Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Modsauce. I am Renovate, your host, and today is episode number 7 in our series, Server Play. And yeah, I'm here with a group of other YouTubers, and we're having a lot of fun. And so today, guys, we're going to be getting into advanced genetics and just the basics, just enough so you can understand how it works. And if we're lucky, we're going to go try to find an oscillate so we can get some speed. So yeah, guys, if you're enjoying this series, click that like button. I'd appreciate it. And leave any comments that you want and any suggestions. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And also down below in the description is the links to the other YouTubers on the server. So catch their videos too, and support all of us. So let's get started. All right, guys. So real quick, I want to show you something. Trying to get up the down part of my escalator. I want to show you what we're going to get into. Maybe not this episode, definitely not this episode, but maybe 2 episodes down the road. But if you remember when we said, when we were dividing up our office building, I said this is going to be the applied energetics building, or the ME. I don't know why they call it ME and it's applied energetics, but anyways, this is where we're going to set all that up. And if you know anything about AE2, you know that you got to take some redstone, some charged quartz, and nether quartz, and drop it in water, and you get all these flux quartz or fluix quartzes. I think that's what they're called. Yeah, fluix crystals. So that's what I've been doing over here, but I'm just trying to get some stuff set up so that the next, like I said, next video, maybe 2 videos from now, we're going to get into this because I really don't want to keep a bunch of stuff in my storage chest and deep storage units. I'd like to keep everything in a system so I can get access to it. So the other thing I've made, and we got this from Torgal's base, but are these traveling anchors. And if you stand on them, if you look, I got one there and one there. And I actually have one way over at the old base, but I guess there is a distance factor on these things, so I can't really get to it. So if I just point to the one I want and click the space bar, it takes us to where we want to go. Cool, huh? So I put one here, and then I put one up there in our advanced genetics area, but I don't want to go up there yet, just yet. So yeah, our building is completed. I know I've been procrastinating about finishing it, but it is done. We have all the glass in, all the walls are in. There's nothing left other than doors to put in. So I'm glad to finally get that done. And I don't think there's anything else that we've done. One of the things that I've done between videos is upgrade all these mechanisms. So this was our enriching chamber. We upgraded it to a factory, so now I can do 3 at a time. We've always had the smelting one at 3, and then I upgraded the crusher to 3. I also made a bunch of these deep storage units, and I don't remember if I had these on the last episode or not, but I just been making my iron and sticking it in here, and then this is going to be gold, and then we'll have some of the other ingots in here, just the ones that we're going to be needing, like copper and lead, just the basic ones that we seem to always need. So yeah, nothing else has changed in here, not that I know of. Yeah, nothing else has changed. So let me take you upstairs and show you what we've done. So let's go up here. I know I could just use the escalator, but that's just for show. All right, this is the advanced genetics. And I'm going to go over what all these machines do and what you need to get them. And I'll actually do a step-by-step on how to get the gene cells to work. Some of the basic things you're going to need to get started with this is, of course, a lot of iron, because you're going to be to just do this, and this is all you need for the basics to get your stuff, to get a gene, and to poke you with it. So you need 3 of these combustion generators, and if you go over here, and we'll just go to advanced. Yeah, I guess I could have just typed in genetics. Let's just type in genetics. All right, here's your combustion generators. Basically a bunch of iron, 2 furnaces, and a spider eye. So you're going to need 3 spider eyes, 6 furnaces, and 3 times 6, 18 iron ingots. Sorry about that, off-camera burp. The next thing you're going to need, let's see, is a scraper. And I have it right down here in my inventory. If you look, it's a scraper. And basically what this does, I did have a pigman here. Either he escaped or he died. Basically what this thing does is if you go up to an animal and just like you're hitting it, it drops a bunch of skin cells. And it drops all these things right here, skin cells. And you just want to pick all these up because that's what you're going to be eventually putting into this network here and turning it into a gene depending on what animal it comes from. The other thing you're going to need is quite a bit of, let me see if I have, you're going to need these books. So you're going to need, I believe, every single one of these machines requires this genetics book. And if you go to this right here, it's the basic DNA dictionary. And to make that, it's just a cell, 4 cells, and a book. And like I said, every single one of these is, every single one of the machines, I believe, requires one of them. You can't read it or anything. Like if you make it, you can't open it. I don't know if you can do it on this one or not, but on this one, it's just a piece that you have to put into your recipes. So if we go to the machines over here, this is the order that you're going to want to put it. And if you want to write this down, you can, or you can watch this video over and over and over, which I wouldn't mind. So the first one you're going to use is the DNA and analyzer. Basically what that does is you put your skin cells in it, and it's going to analyze, actually let's just do one cell. And this is from a bat, and I'll show you how this works. Basically you put a skin cell here, and as you can see, it's going to go across and it's going to give me a cell. It's going to say cell of a bat. And every time you do that, you're going to get a cell and you're going to get a byproduct of this organic drop. And there's really nothing you can do with these organic drops other than use them for fuel. The one thing that you're going to want to do, and that's why we had our tree farm out here that's plastered up against the glass, is I have this tree farm going, if you look down there, I know you've seen this in the other videos, but I'm dropping all the wood into that one, and then it's getting put into that redstone furnace, and then ultimately into that deep storage unit, which is all coal. All that charcoal is coming up here. So I got charcoal pumping into this one, and this one continuously, because these things use up a crap load of coal. So just make sure you have a big reserve before you start this. Also, what you want to do is make these overclockers. And once you get, and I'll show you the recipe for these too. Let's type in overclockers. They're actually pretty easy to make, and you get quite a few for just the little bit of stuff you do. So it's basically gold surrounded with redstone surrounded by gold, and you get a clock. And then you put the clock with redstone around it, and you get 4. Okay, so in order to get these fully upgraded, they take 16. So if you make 16 overclockers, and you just basically click on it like this, it'll put them in there, and it will stop at 16. You can't put more than 16. That's the max, and that's what allows these things to go super fast. And when you're in a kind of hurry, it's nice to have. Anyways, so what we want to do next, the next machine you're going to want to make is the DNA extractor. And I'm not going to go over the recipes for each one of these machines. You can look it up. They're pretty simple. It's just iron, that book, and then some oddball components. So it's going to be like a syringe, or it's going to be another scraper, or it's going to be wheat, all kinds of odd things. So you can look those recipes up. What the DNA extractor does, it's going to take this cell and it's going to give me a helix. And it kind of looks like a DNA. And as you can see there, it gives me a helix, and it's got a funny title below it, the F17AAAA. And I can already tell you by just from doing this so many times now that that's going to become a basic gene. And that's from the DNA extractor. Then you're going to want to put it into a DNA decryptor. And the DNA encryptor is going to tell me what gene is actually on this helix. So if we put this in here and go it through, it's going to tell me it's a basic gene. So just for shits and giggles, let's grab 2 more and run them through here. There's a cell. and there's another cell. And then let's go ahead and put these in here. Now you see the title on that, that's going to be a basic gene. The bat has 2 genes that are cool, flying and night vision. And depending on what, oops, wrong one. Oops, oh, we gotta put the cell in, sorry. So see, that one is a little bit different. So that's going to be something different. It's either going to be all night vision or maybe just all flying. So let's find out. So let's put that one in here. Like I said, this one's going to be the basic. There you go, basic gene. And basic genes are actually kind of good, and I'll show you why in a little bit. So let's keep these basic genes, and let's put this one in. So that's going to give me night vision. So like I said, a bat can give you, every animal is going to give you a basic gene, and I kind of broke these out. So these 3 right here are all from bats. So you're going to get a fly gene, sometimes you're going to get a night vision gene, and sometimes you're going to get a basic gene. You're always going to get one of these. Sometimes you get flying and night vision, and then sometimes you get like basic and night vision. It just all depends. You can't get all 3 though. Then what you're going to do is put it in a DNA splitter. And what this does, it's going to tell you, or actually it's going to allow you to choose what DNA do you want from these genes. If I put the basic in there, it's going to tell me the only thing you're going to be able to get is a basic. So we'll take that. So there's your basic gene. This one's going to be basic too. So we'll just say basic. All right. And then this one is night vision. So it's going to give me a choice. Now, if this were to happen to say night vision slash basic gene, then there would be 2 options over here for night vision and basic, or it could say night vision and fly. So then over here it'd say night vision or fly, and you got to pick one or the other. And here's a helpful tip. You don't need to get every single one of them to be night vision or every single one of them to be fly. That's why I said it's okay to get these basic genes, and next I'm going to show you why. So let's go ahead and click the night vision, and that's going to give us the night vision gene. So that's that. And as you can see, the way I have these set up around these combustion generators, these power beside and up. So one generator can power these 3, this generator can power these 3, and I had to do one more that powers this one. And there are more machines that you can get, but I'm not going to go through those in this video. We might get that down the line, but I really don't need them right now. The next machine is called the DNA breeder. What this is going to do is so let's take this night vision gene. What it's going to do, I'm sorry, you put it in this side. Sometimes these are confusing. On the breeder, what you're going to do is put the gene that you want. And we're going to try to, this is basically creating the ultimate completed gene. So you take the night vision, say that's one we want to do, and you put it here. Now it's going to tell you, in order to get a completed night vision gene, you're going to need 16 genes. Now they don't all have to be night vision. That's why I said you only need 1. So what you do is you just keep dropping these basic genes in there, and as you can see, you got 2. And I think I have, yeah, I got some over here. So let's go ahead and just bring them all over here, and I'll show you how this works. So we'll just click these in here, and as you can see, I got overclockers in here. So this goes really fast, which is nice. So you just hold your shift down and click over there. So see, now we have 12 out of 16. So we only need 4 more genes. And since I have some extra night vision genes, we'll grab these 4. Like I said, they don't have to be night vision genes. So there's 14. And actually those 2 counted as 2 apiece, which is great. So there is your completed night vision gene. Okay. So if I wanted to have night vision, then I have the gene for it. I'm going to go ahead and put these other ones back. Okay. The next thing that you do is you take a syringe, and I have one here, but I'm not going to poke myself with it because this one's got my blood in it. But you're going to want to make one of these syringes, and it's basically a bottle and some glass and an arrow at the bottom. And you take this, I'll go ahead and show you what it looks like though. Let's hold it out here. Okay. There's your syringe. And when you hit your right mouse button, it's going to poke you. And then when you release it, it's going to basically give you like a dizzy effect, or it's going to make you black out, depending on if you're drawing your blood or putting it in. What you want to do, and make sure you follow this, You put it, after you draw your blood, you put it in a centrifuge. Once it does the centrifuge, it's a centrifuge. It'll say like syringe centrifuged or something like that. Oh man, dinner. Okay, so once you have that, then you click on, I'm sorry, I should tell you what this is the DNA breeder, this is just the plain old centrifuge, and the last one you're going to need is the DNA combiner. In the DNA combiner, you're going to put your syringe here, and then the completed gene here, and it's going to put it back in the syringe. So basically you have a syringe full of blood and the gene that you want. So like we did night vision, so you would have night vision in it, and you only have to do it once. Okay, after you do this, you have to put it back in the centrifuge. Basically what you're doing is you're taking the blood and the DNA in your, like a centrifuge, it spins it and it puts it all together, and then you'll have a completed syringe. And that's why if you look at this one, it says centrifuged. If you just put it in here, it's just going to say filled. As you can see on here, it says filled and then centrifuged. You always want the ending needle to say centrifuged. Okay, and then once you have that, you basically stand back, poke yourself, and you have it. And let me show you what I've already done. So I went out and got the fly gene, we got the night vision gene, and we also got no fault gene. And you get the no fault gene from chickens. And I will show you how we did this. Oh, let's take the way that we just recently created. Okay, let's go to that one. So if you remember, I had kind of a dungeon type thing set up for my mob farming, and it is over here. Now if you remember, in my last video it was really dark down here. Okay, let me get on this. Now it's really bright, and that is the night vision. I don't have any lights on in here at all, and as you can see, if it was bright you wouldn't have these bats, and you wouldn't be able to see in this chasm like you can. This is actually pitch black. So, and if I grab my scraper, and I'll show you what you do. We got a chicken in here all by himself. Oh, there's a chicken. So you basically right click, and you see the little skin cells fall off? Let's go into the big one first. Let's chase this guy. See, if you click on him, you get little skin cells that fall off. And if you look at his health, if I can get him to stop running around, they take damage once you do this. So if you're wanting to get it, and sometimes you get more than one off of it. Okay, so we'll keep doing this till we kill this guy, because I really don't want him down here. There we go, and we got some chicken. Awesome. So now I have all these chicken genes. These are the no flight or the no fall genes, and this is the bat. And the bats were a pain in the ass to try to get because they fly around and you can't really get control of it. So that's what you do to get your genes. You just got to find a way to keep them still and take a sample of their skin. Alright, hold on. Let's go back upstairs. Oops. There we go. So yeah, if we did the chicken one, let's put one in here. Let's just do all these for fun. Okay, so now we got all these cells from our chickens. See, cell of chicken, blah, blah, blah. So let's go ahead and throw these in here. And once again, you see the S1E7. That's going to be a basic gene, but not a problem. This one has got a long one. See that title on that thing? So I'm not quite sure what that's going to be. Let's check it out anyways. And that one's a different one too. So we have 3 different genes right here, and I'm going to stop right there. The other thing you're going to do is all those books require 4 of these cells. So no matter what, you're going to have these cells to make each individual machine. Each one of these machines has one of those DNA books, and it requires 4 cells. So get as many skin cells as you can, just for fun. Next thing we want to do is put this in here. Like I said, this is going to be a basic gene, and I'm not quite sure what the chickens have. I know the chickens have no fall. No fall and basic gene, and then this one probably is just no fall standard. Okay, so the longer title was both of them. So that basically gives me the option here when I put it in this machine to pick. So if I put it in here, it's going to say no fall or basic. So I'm just going to click basic because I like having a surplus of basics. Let's put that one in there. And we'll just put this no fall in there. All right, cool. So let's put this no fall over here. Was this it? Nope. Nope. There we go. And put our basic genes back in here. So it's always nice to have these basic genes, just because when you get over to basically this one, when you have to, sometimes there are like 28. I think when I did the night vision or the flying, I had to have 28 genes. So it was good to have a bunch of extra basic genes. So yeah, that's that. Okay, so what happens when you inject yourself with those genes? Now you saw that I had night vision, which basically I don't need to worry about when the sun goes down other than mobs. And I'm going to show you something else about that that's really cool here in a minute. So what does the fly gene give you? Just by pressing the space bar, you basically can fly like in creative mode. It's exactly like creative mode. And there, you can hover, you can move around, blah, blah, blah. The other thing was the chicken gene had the no fall. So what does that do? If you double tap it and fall, there we go. Boom. Do you see that? No damage. So I can fall from at any height and take 0 damage. Here we go again. Boom. Pretty cool, huh? So the next ones that I'm wanting to get are these. And the squids give you underwater breathing. And the other one that I already do have, which is really cool, and it's the reason I had the pigment allows you to swim in lava. So if we go up here to the top, of the volcano, I'll show you what the swim in lava does. We're going to swim right down the middle of this thing, and we are not taking any damage. It's really cool. So if you happen to be in the nether and you fall into the lava, not a big deal. Let's go back to our house. Also with night vision, as you can see clear through the water, which is an awesome effect because a lot of times there are giant slimes for whatever reason. I've found quite a few of them in the water. And also you can see where the clams and oysters are. So that's one of the reasons I wanted to get the squid, so I could be underwater and not have to worry about drowning. And the next gene that I'm trying to get, and we're going to try to do it on this episode, is an ocelot. And I've asked around to some of the other YouTubers on here, Torgal and Duranus, and also Mike, and they gave me coordinates to a jungle. The jungles on here are hard to find, so I have coordinates, so we're going to go look for it. I just want to do a fly around the building just so you guys can see it now that it's completed. It's got glass, which is great. So eventually we're going to have this filled in. But yeah, it's completely done. Other than our tree farm's kind of blocking our window there. So I'm pretty happy with it. I like this build. Okay, so let me get, oh yeah, there's a reason why I did this. Check out my armor. This armor is called the Flux Infused Armor. And as you can see, the durability on it is 400,000. And it's pretty much enchanted to the T. So I got protection 4, feather falling 4, thorns, and I'm also carrying around in a golden bag of holding. Well, let me see if I can find it. There, right here. A resonant flux capacitor, and it's holding 10 million RF. So anytime I need to charge this stuff up, I am able to on the go. And this stuff is just awesome. So you can see that this all has just unbelievable durability. Basically uses the energy in the outfit as its durability. And I've been fighting all kinds of stuff, and I have yet to lose hardly anything. I also made the sword, which is kind of cool. So yeah, I'm ready to fight. I know we've been, through 6 episodes and I haven't made any armor. So I figured might as well join the big boys and make some armor. So let me try to get to these coordinates real fast and we'll chase down an ocelot. Be right back. Alright guys, after 2.5 hours, let me show you where I went. This is our base. This all the way to here is where the ocelots are, and we're going to mark it. Ocelot. Bam. So now we know where they all are. And this seems to be the only jungle biome because I didn't fly over any of them going this way. I don't think I flew in over any of them going this way either. I don't know if, I think this is just a canopied, I don't think this is a jungle biome. I think this is just a canopy. But yeah, that took forever and I actually crashed the server, which the guys didn't seem to care because they knew what I was doing. So, and they don't know it yet, but I'm going to be giving them the speed gene. So I've already run through, let's go ahead and organize these real quick. Let's run through some more here. Let me go through and do all these guys because I got 2 bags full, and then I'll show you how you inject it into yourself. Be right back. Alright guys, so I got through all of them. And here's what we have. We have a avoid creepers and a speed. The only one I'm going to do today is the speed one because that's all I'm worried about. So let's go ahead. We're going to take this DNA breeder, and remember this is the one where it tells you how many of the basic gene or any gene you need to complete it. So you put this in here, and this is the speed. So we only need 12. That's great. So let's start plopping in these basic genes. And I do have an avoid creepers here, so I want to see how many I get for it. And it does not work. So it needs to be at least the same gene or a basic gene. That's good to know. So I'm going to go throw these back in here. Got that one. So let's get all these basic genes. I only need 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to throw this in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was actually 6. So now we have a gene that says speed and it's completed. So what we're going to do now is we're going to grab our syringe out of here. So, and it's already been centrifuged. So what we want to do is we want to take this DNA combiner. We're going to put our syringe over here and take our speed here. And it's going to put the speed gene inside the syringe. But it's just going to be a filled syringe. So then we take that and put it back in here. Why did that not work? Oh, look. It didn't even go through. Maybe that's why. There you go. So now it says syringe filled. I must have pulled it out too quickly. Let's put this gene back. Awesome. Then we need to put it in a centrifuge. I was going to say, I knew something was wrong. Now it says it's a centrifuged and it's filled. Now watch what happens. Stand back. Poke us with a needle. Get tipsy. And we should have a speed buff when this is all done. Yep. Nausea. And we should be running fast. Look at that. So now I not only can run fast, but we can also fly faster. Check that out. So what I'm going to do now is you need to redraw your blood. And the only reason you do this is if you die, all your genes go with it. So you need to get your blood that's got all your superhuman genes in it. And you need to centrifuge it. That way when you die, you just poke yourself again and you have all your abilities back. Alright. So now I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to turn our TeamSpeak on to lounge, and I'm going to tell everybody that I got these 2 genes for them. So let's do this.
Channel switched. Hey,
Hey guys, I'm actually recording, but I wanted you guys to be in on this. I got enough speed genes and enough creeper avoidance genes for all you guys. So I'm going to put them in the chest for you.
Cool. Thank you.
alright, thanks, man.
So let's go ahead and put the creepers. Put these in the chest. And this is kind of the community chest. Everybody's got one of these bags. So we'll put all these in here for everybody. And there we go. So we will do the avoid creeper one, which I'm really not too concerned about right now because of our armor for one thing. And I actually have a magnum torch around our base, and I'm not seeing any creepers. So the only time we might need it is if we're in like a dungeon or something. But I'm not in a hurry to go into any dungeons right now. I think we have every resource that we could possibly need and every item that we could possibly need. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope it was a nice guide on how to do advanced genetics. Like I said, if you need to slow it down, just watch it over and leave any comments if you want. And next video, guys, we might get into a little bit of the applied energistic systems, or AE2, and I will get some of that stuff set up. So like I said, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a comment if you'd like, and hit that like button if you are enjoying it. So I'll see you next time.